Well, a closer examination of finances under former Hawaii GOP Chair Jonah Ka'awai shows that the party owes even more than initially reported.
And we're talking about tens of thousands of dollars for unpaid credit card bills and political mailers. Joining us over Skype is CivilBeat.com editor John Temple. Good morning, John.
Good morning.
So when we first heard about this controversy over Jonah Ka'awai, we thought that the leaders like Linda Lingle were asking him to resign because of his leadership, but now we're learning that there are huge financial implications?
There really are. We looked into the Federal Election Commission reports, and what we found was that he inherited a party that was in the black. They had like $167,000 in the bank when he took office, and when he was asked to resign, they were almost 100,000 in the red. So they were essentially on a downward financial trajectory and had been for some time.
Well, as far as why? Do we know why that might have happened?
Yeah, we do a little bit. The one we know is that they paid for political mailers and they got behind. Another is that they used a credit card and built up big credit card debts. But I think the bottom line is they weren't effective in raising money. It's okay to spend money if you're raising money, but they weren't raising enough money to support their party infrastructure. And the party has debt because they own a building for their headquarters. So they were just lagging, and a party that prides itself on fiscal responsibility and restraint actually looked like a party of big spenders and a party that wasn't able to keep its own financial house in order, which is kind of embarrassing.
Absolutely. All right, John. Well, thanks. On to another completely different topic now. 9 species of coral in Hawaii could be listed as endangered. That could affect quite a number of businesses. Is that right?
Yeah, it's really fascinating. I mean, there's a lawsuit, and the federal government has till next April to make a determination. And it's actually part of a much larger case where there's like 83 corals that are being examined. But why the endangered status is so important is it can affect development, it can affect fisheries, it can affect even beach rejuvenation, because once a species is endangered, the permitting process, anything that could affect it, becomes much more complex. And you got to remember, one of the things that damages coral is the runoff from the shore, and runoff is created in part by development. We put too much silt into the ocean. So it's really interesting to watch. And of course, most of us here in Hawaii really care about the coral and want to see the coral healthy and survive.
We certainly do, John, and it's a classic story of the environmental concerns being weighed with the economic concerns as well. So we'll definitely check out those stories. Thank you, John Temple from Civil Beat. And you can find those complete stories that we just discussed on CivilBeat.com. And we'll be right back. It is 6:38.